Welcome everybody to the Word According to me, AJ Tripp. This is coming from my written blog that I did back in the day. I stopped doing the written blog because I now have the video blog. But one of the things that I decided to do is I decided to go back and look at all my written blogs and then put them on the video blog as a video, obviously. And I would go over it and read it and talk about it and then see if my views have changed or if, or maybe some other things need to be tweaked or something like that, because most of these have been written from the past, not nearly in the recent future. Like this one I'm reading to you today comes from Saturday, August 28th, 2010. It's called The Evolution of Man. And I've already scanned through this already, and this one is already totally changed. So let's go ahead. Let's get it started. Let's get it cracking. Let's talk about what I wrote. The evolution of man. What I'm not talking about is human evolution. I'm actually talking about the actual man, men, males. I think we are evolving. Although there are a lot of things in this world happening, or allegedly happen, that I still can't believe. A lot of them having to do with women. I couldn't find it on the internet, but I recently heard that 75% of men believe women who have sex with them on the first date could be marriage material. This is far and away from the number so-called experts want to tell you. Now this is from 2000. Again, I said this is first paragraph, and this is from August 28th, 2010. Let's do a quick search on that. Men who believe women who have similar they could be married material. Let's see if that number has quickly changed at all on anything. Because this probably could have been true, right? That's probably the reason why I decided to type that blog, but because I heard that stat, and now see, I like this one already. This website, Madame Noir, already talking about Steve Harvey's reign of terror, which, by the way, because this had to be it, right? Because I'm sure I wasn't the only one to think that Steve Harvey, the book that Steve Harvey did was just ridiculous. Let's read this one. This is from Madame Noir website. Straight from his mouth, do men lose respect for women after first date sex? This goes, at some point during Steve Harvey's reign of terror, there was a tense debate on the politics of when a woman should feel comfortable enough to sleep with a man of her choosing. The rhetoric at that time period stated a woman should enforce a 90-day rule in order not to lose the respect of a man she wanted to sleep with. The rule was also suggested to allow a woman time to properly assess whether the man in question actually liked her for her or just liked her for sex. I was a relatively young lad at the time, thinking to myself, do men really disrespect women if they sleep with them on the first date? The short answer, per usual, is it depends on the man in question, but it bears writing that I have naturally never seen this actual line of thinking in action. So see, even this one is apparently written by a man, because he's a young lad. So he said that this has nothing to do with this. So this was in 2014. So I think even though the number this number could still be around that saying that maybe somewhere maybe 75 to 80% still now today in 2017. Let's go to the second paragraph, which is a totally different story. I firmly believe that men are respecting women and not judging women for things that they have done or are doing. We don't see a stripper as not take home the mom material. Take home the mom material. We don't think of a 25-year-old girl who has 40 partners as a slut and not girlfriend material. We, and when I say we, I'm including myself, because I think like this. Don't use bitch, hoe, slut in place of woman, lady, or female. When talking about a woman or women in general, the evolved male is above that. There are more men out there that have these evolved thoughts than those men who still have that she gave it up on the first night, how can I respect her, or she's wearing a short skirt and showing her bosoms, she's only a one night stand kind of girl. I really have enjoyed the word bosoms. At that time, I was really a big fan of bosoms. I've never been a fan of boobs. I don't know. They don't feel. I mean, breast, titties, or bosoms. I guess that's where it comes from. But anyway, okay. So that's the second paper. Let's finish. This was a short one. Let's just go ahead and finish up the third one. It's for those men who are like that to change their ways, and it starts with us evolved men and not letting those ridiculous and heinous things being said about women. And to show the other side, we should also respect those girls who choose to be more conservative and not label them prudes or asexual. Respecting and not judging all women is the first part, being an involved male. And I think this is where it comes into, because I think that second and third paragraph, I think from 2010, that has changed. And basically it's because of Twitter. It really is. I think that's where it's come down to, Twitter, because on Twitter you can have the anonymity and feel like you can say anything you want to, and you can say anything you want to women and about women, about females, and anything like that. And I see it on a very daily basis. I follow a lot of models. I follow a lot of like women that I find attractive, and that like black guys. Let's be honest. So and I follow them, and constantly on a daily basis, especially two in particular. One, Emily Sears. Here's a picture to show you what she looks like. She's gorgeous, right? And she is constantly inundated with the stupidity of guys who call her names and talk about what she does for a living, things like that. She has a picture, a pinned tweet. Because you're on Twitter, you can pin a tweet. She has a pinned tweet that says, "I become sexual when my body is turned on and not yours." So she said, and she's constantly dealing with it. And what I said about that, she has tweeted before that she would like the evolved males to stick up for her and other women in her situation, rather than having to have her do it, because because I think what happens is because I think one of the things why that doesn't necessarily happen is because we don't want to get involved. We don't want to be like nosy or something like that. And I think maybe that's why we stay out of it. I definitely know that's why I do it. I feel like this. I feel like if I try to stand up for her or anybody else, then I get it thrown back in my face. That I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to be whatever. And I'm not being real or something like that. So I don't join in or jump in, because it's not necessarily like the real right thing to do. Now I will say this about Emily. I think sometimes she does go a little bit too far. I think there was that time where she and that's one thing about Twitter and Instagram is that now you get like you are able to get unfortunately they can send you like guys will send girls to dick pics and everything like that. And there was this story a couple years ago where she was like taking those pics and like sending them to like the guys' mothers and sisters and things like that. And that was totally wrong. Two wrongs don't make it right. She was totally wrong in that situation, but she was getting tired of it because she didn't like it. She didn't ask for them, so she didn't want them. So, and that's another thing about something like that. So I think she felt like that's what she had to do. Now she didn't have to do that, but that's what she felt like she had to do. And I think that's one of the things maybe as the evolved male, I guess that's something that you would not do. Is you would not send a dick pic if not asked for. Whatever the word is. You know, so unasked for by a woman. So, and another woman that gets it very much is Lindsay Pelas. Um, she's like the hottest woman in the world. I believe she was like number one on my top 10 goddess list for 2016. And if she wasn't, I apologize. She should have been. Although there's a bunch of goddesses out there that are so beautiful. But I was looking at something the other day. There was, she posted a picture and some guy commented about talking about her very well endowed chest. That those things were. They're talking about me. Something like those things are going to hit the floor. They're going to hang one day, something like that. And she came back and she had a nice, comeback, for him. But I mean, if you're an involved male, just enjoy the picture, right? You're gonna enjoy that picture. You're gonna say how beautiful she is, how gorgeous she is, how sexy she is. That's what you're gonna. If you're gonna say something, that's what you're gonna say to her. You're not gonna try to put her down, something like that, about her body. That's just not how you do it. That's not how you do it as an involved male. So, and many other women, especially, of course, there's women all over the adult film industry. I talked about strippers, and I'm sure in the legal prostitutes in Nevada, I'm sure all of them get it because of Twitter and Instagram, where you can have like this anonymity, maybe even Snapchat. I'm not on Snapchat, so I don't know, but so I think all these women get it like now even more than they did in 2010. Because I think 2010 was maybe around the first. It was in Twitter was just maybe just around. I think it started maybe like in 2009. So it's very early in its stages, but now that's all it is. It's just a troll fest for these women, and it's unfortunate, and it really does need to stop. And maybe yes, and maybe those of us who are evolved males do need to step up and call out these men that do this to these women. And maybe we need to say stop and just say, hold on, stop, you're not welcome here. And stop saying these things to these women. Who the hell are you? To do this. And maybe that's something that we do need to do. Maybe we do need to step up. We do need to bring us, if we're going to call ourselves evolved males, maybe we do need to show the evolved. The evolvedness, I guess if that's a word. I make up words all the time, guys. So the evolvedness of us, right? So maybe that's what we do need to do. I do think that going back to this, the first person to talk about was let's take sex on the first date, the whole Steve Harvey thing. I think the Steve, and I read the thing from the website, and I think that's totally right. That Steve Harvey thing, I don't think helped either, because I really do think that Steve Harvey enforces the theory of the de-evolved male, and it's a lot of it was stupid, and I think it really hurt women, because I think women started reading that book and thinking, okay, well, Steve Harvey tells me, then it's got to be true, and then you get this TV show, and really it's a bunch of bullshit. It really just is. Steve Harvey just needs to stick to doing Family Feud. That's what he's best at. Stop giving women advice. Stop these talk shows, because it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It really doesn't. Because if you're going to say that a woman who needs to have a 90-day rule of having sex, so that then that's not on her. That's on you for thinking that she's not worthy of love, or she's not worthy of being respected, or being a girlfriend or a wife or whatever, because you feel that she's not going to be respected. That's on you. That's not on her. Let her live her life. Like I said there at the end, whether she sleeps with him on the first date or she wants to wait till marriage, she deserves respect. And it's something that is always ticked me off. It has pissed me off forever. And I cannot stand that line of thinking. It is truly, truly the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. One of my biggest pet peeves. Ridiculous. Just ridiculous. So to wrap this up, going back from the 2010 thing I wrote there. Unfortunately, I think we have de-evolved as men. And it's because of Twitter and Instagram and maybe even Facebook and social media and all these places where you can have this anonymity to where you can say what you want to say and feel like it's okay to actually say it to these people, to these women. It is unfortunate. And it's us, evolved men, or those of us who feel like we are evolved, just stick up for them. Maybe Emily Seals is right. Maybe instead of standing back on the wall and watch it happen, when it does happen, instead of letting her shut it down, maybe we do need to shut it down. And maybe we need to risk the backlash from the woman. Like I said earlier, that's what I am. That's why I do it. I don't want to. I stand back and I see it happening. I don't say nothing because I don't want the woman to think that I'm trying to do something, because that's how things would work, right? And we've all seen it. Someone says something, the guy says something, the guy steps in on our behalf. Thank you for saying something. And then it's like, are you DTR for things like that? And then she's like, she's like, well, wait a minute, that's, you just did that so that you can get in my pants. And that's what I don't want to do. I don't want to come off as if the only reason why I'm saying something is so that I can get in your pants, so that you can, try and like me, something like that. I want it to come from a good place, because it is coming from a good place. How I want it to seem. So, and that's what I do, because many times on Twitter, and you can follow, and if you want to, you can follow me on Twitter at A2020, just like the YouTube channel. I will on many occasions do these collage pictures for Women Crush Wednesday, for Fine Women Friday, and I do it for all of these women. You only do 4, but I do the 4 pictures, and I say something nice about them. And I do it because I'm coming from a good place, and I just want to show them some love. But there are times I do worry that I don't want these women to think that I'm doing this to try to get attention from them. That's not. I'm just doing it because it's coming from a good place, and so I do that sometimes. But but I do think we do need to step in, maybe, especially more in real life than on Twitter. Because I'm sure they get this in real life as well. So it's probably better to step in real life than maybe on Twitter. Although maybe we should step in on Twitter as well. So comment down below. Tell me what you thought. Are you a woman watching this, and maybe have you felt this thing, and maybe have said, I really wish these men would, maybe some other men would step up and stop these men from saying these things towards me, something like that, or in real on Twitter or on Snapchat or here on YouTube in the comment section. In real life, maybe you would, would you want that to stop, and the men out there, do you feel yourself that you're an evolved man? Are you one of these guys who thinks this has this ridiculous thought of, well, if they let me sleep with them, then they can't be respected or any of that bullshit. Tell me, why do you think that? Why does that feel? What makes you think that they don't respect themselves or not good enough for you to take home to mom because they slept with you on the first night? I really want to hear your thinking about that because I don't understand it. So post all your comments down below in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up, share it with all your family and friends, have the conversation with them, and make sure that you subscribe. And if you're a gamer, go over to A2020 Gaming as well and subscribe there. Alright, that's going to be it for me right now. The next written blog that turns into a video blog is going to be called The Dating Rules Revised. And I think that's going to be just as good as this one, I think. So I think you guys are going to enjoy that one. So as always, thank you guys for watching. Be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. And I am out.